This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I am delighted to be joined by Regis Prograis over Zoom. Regis, how are you? How is life?
Everything is good, bro. Just telling you, just getting out the gym for one of my sessions, and I gotta go back in like another hour or something like that. So, I'm on my little break right now.
Well, Regis, you've obviously been all over kind of the boxing world of news this past couple of weeks. We'll come on
Right.
to the most recent stuff in a bit, but of course, you mentioned you're just finishing one session, getting ready for another ahead of your bout with Ivan Redkach on April 17th. Talk to me about your preparations and how does it feel to be getting back into the ring again?
I'm excited, bro. Preparation is always hard every day, bro. Let me sit up. Training camp for me is fucking tough. Every day, sometimes it's tough and repetitive, so it's kind of boring, but it is what it is. It's only 6 to 8 weeks, so it's not that bad. And I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited to get back in the ring. Last time I fought on Halloween. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back in the ring and just go back and do my thing.
Talk about this fight with Ivan Regis. What are you expecting from him, and how are you expecting it to play out in your mind?
For me, I have to give a spectacular performance. That's the main thing. I know he went the distance with Danny, and so for me, it's like it doesn't put pressure on me to outdo Danny, but at the same time, it's like I just have to be spectacular, no. So it's like if I just a spectacular performance, if it's a knockout or if it's just a landslide victory, something just really really good on my part. So yeah, that's the main thing, bro. And I mean, Ivan is tough, he's a veteran of the ring. He does have power. So I kind of gotta, just take him very, very seriously, but just have a spectacular performance because this is a huge stage. This might be one of my biggest stages, so to fight on with this Triller thing. So yeah, I just gotta go out there and just do my thing, be the Rugu.
With what you're saying there, Regis, is this the fight which kind of, in your eyes, certainly catapults you back into the world title scene?
I think so. Maybe it depends, bro. Like the boxing landscape is fucking crazy. You just never know what's gonna happen with the boxing landscape. So I mean, for me, I just go out there, just keep doing me, bro. As long as I keep going out there, keep doing me, keep giving spectacular performances, and keep beating everybody they put in front of me. I think that everything, things is just gonna work in my favor. So if it's for a title, if it's for another big fight, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Talk to me about working with Triller as well. What has that been like?
So far we just started, So right now I just got the phone with him. I think it was yesterday we had like a meeting and stuff like that. We setting up the marketing things and yeah, so as far as we kind of really didn't start yet, they just made the announcement. I think today they just made the announcement. So but we're gonna start marketing and then I guess in a few weeks I can tell you what it's like to be working with them, But I think that from what I heard, I talked to Roy Jones and stuff like that. And so from what I heard, they do a fantastic job of really promoting the fights, So and they take care of you, and so hopefully it'll be a fun ride. Hopefully.
You've been involved in the sport for many years, Regis, and you've got companies like Triller who have just come in. They've won the Teofimo Lopez purse bids for over $6 million. You're obviously fighting on the show now with Jake Paul Ben Askren headlining. Just kind of with companies like them, you've got DAZN online platform as well. How would you assess the way that the boxing market has evolved during your time in the sport?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be just it used to just be TV and stuff, and now the boxing it's just changing. Everything is kind of just changing now. It's going to like the phones and the media, the social media, and all that stuff. That's kind of the different thing. But I'm glad because as a boxer, as a fighter, it's good for us because they just throwing out so much money. And it's just everybody's getting paid so good. The zone was throwing out a lot of money. Now Triller's throwing out a lot of money. So you don't have to basically you as a fighter you don't have to settle anymore. Sometimes you only had a few different networks and outlets you can fight on, and only the top dogs get paid. But right now everybody's getting paid big money. So it's a great thing right now. It's a great time to be a fighter.
Is this why it's crucial for you to capitalize on this potential on April 17th, Regis, to ensure that next time round you could get an even bigger paycheck and really kind of look to make the most of this buzz around boxing and the involvement of all these different companies, as you've just said?
Yeah, exactly. I go out there and have a spectacular performance in this fight, and then hey, you never know. They might, you never know, man. Like it just, for me, everything always works in my favor every time, man. Like even when, for me, it's like it'll be like one door closes and then like five, people say like two open up, but for me it'd be like five doors open up for me. So for me, all I gotta do is go take care of business, go take care of Ivan Redkach, and then after that, I think everything will fall into place. And I think my future is looking very good.
Of course, like we said earlier, you got Jake Paul on that card versus Ben Askren. What do you make of this crossover we've seen of YouTube stars, UFC fighters looking to come into boxing? What do you make of it
Mm-hmm.
all?
At first, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it. I thought it was like clown shit. Oh shit, what the fuck they call me? Hello,
You're back,
I had
Regis.
a I had a call. Somebody was calling me. But yeah, at first, I didn't like it and stuff. I thought it was clown shit or whatever. But then, um, it's like they bring more eyes to the sport. Fame is different these days. Fame. I didn't know. For me, fame was just TV. Famous people just on TV, and now it's like people on. They got YouTube stars and celebrities and stuff like that. It's crazy these days. I was at the Logan Paul fight when he fought KSI in LA, and bro, like it was packed, and it was a whole different market. Like it was little kids all running throughout the stadium, and when the fighters they had a fight going on, and then nobody was paying attention to the fight because all like the YouTube celebrities was walking down. They was walking into the arena, going to their seats, and it was fucking crazy. And I didn't know who none of these people were. It was crazy, but these are famous people now. These are really famous people. And I was in VIP with all those same people, and I didn't know none of them. It was fucking crazy. I didn't know none of them. But then, I went home and I looked them up, and it's like, damn, this motherfucker got 40 million followers and crazy. Like, so you talk about super, super famous people. And these days, like, fame is just different. These days fame is different. So going back to your question, is it good for the sport? I don't know, but I mean, it is bringing different eyes to the sport. It is bringing different eyes. You bringing a different fan base. It's not the typical boxing fan base no more. You bringing a whole different fan base. So hey, if you know, I guess that's the new wave of boxing right now. I mean, the thing I think most people troubles most people is that these dudes never fought, and they getting paid more than most fighters will ever get paid. They've been fighting their whole life. So I think that troubles most people. I think it does trouble most people, but it is what it is, man. You can't really do nothing about it.
Regis, now you've got young kids. Do they not kind of talk to you about it? Are they not filling you in on the YouTube world?
My son, bro, yeah, my son, he looks at YouTube all damn day long, bro. So yeah, he's filling me on. I look at some of the stuff with him, and he fills me in on this type of stuff, man. But it's like, bro, it's crazy, man. I look at the videos and stuff, and it'd be like 100 million views or something. It's like fucking insane, So yeah, bro, it's the world has changed. The world is ever changing, we gotta change with it, or if not, we gonna get left behind.
Now, Regis, I saw some other quotes the other day before we do come on to obviously one recent topic about yourself looking to catapult yourself into kind of a position to face a Taylor-Ramirez winner. Just on that, what do you make of that fight? How do you actually expect it to play out?
As far as the fight with them two, how I expect to play it, I mean, or as far as just me fighting the winner.
Just that fight in general first. How do you expect the fight between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez to play out?
I think Josh Taylor will beat him. I mean, most people think that, bro. A lot of people think that Josh Taylor will beat him. And that's kind of scary because that means Ramirez can pull off a big upset. I mean, it's skill as far as skill wise for me. Jose Ramirez has been, he's been outboxed. He's been known to be outboxed. He got outboxed by Zapata, and he got outboxed by Postol, right? But one thing he does, he has that Mexican heart, that perseverance. He's gonna keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. So on that kick, um, but I still think, Josh Taylor skill wise should be able to beat him. But hey, you never know, man. Like for them, both of this is history. It's historic. Despite it's historic for both of them. Josh Taylor will be the first person from Scotland to be a full belt champion, and Jose Ramirez will be the first Mexican ever to be to have 4 belts, undisputed. So that's big for both of them, bro. That's like that's very big. That's historic for both of them. So I think it all depends on who wants it the most. That's the thing. But as far as skill wise, I think that I think Josh Taylor should be able to pull it off.
And Regis, talk to me about a potential rematch between you and Josh. I know you get asked about it a lot by certainly British media, and I know you've been vocal about it in the past. Do you foresee that fight happening again in the future, or do you think it may not?
I think if I don't think Taylor wants to see me. I definitely don't think Josh Taylor wouldn't. I don't think he wants to see me again because I'm too much of a dangerous fight. He know what happened. I still thought I won the fight, but it is what it is. That's how things go. But I don't think he will fight me. But I don't think he will fight me like now, but I think that if the money is definitely right, if me and him getting 20, 30 million for a rematch, I think that he'll probably take that fight. But as far as like right now in the foreseeable future, right now, like close future, I don't think that he will try to fight me. I think he'll be trying to go up to 47 to fight Crawford or something like that. But hey, you never know. Me and him probably will fight at 47, and I think we both will make a whole lot of money. So I think it. But before the end of our careers, I think it'll have to happen. It's just one of those fights that the fans want. It'll have to happen because the fans want to see it. It was such a close fight. It was such a war that people want to see what's going to happen again. So, but we got our own patch right now. So I think they will cross again eventually.
And Regis, obviously, onto that one topic which has certainly blown up over this past week or so, as I mentioned. Gervonta Davis, Tank, as people will know him, obviously yourself and him having a back and forwards. From what I could see or what I remember, you first commented on the fact he may, or he's been talks apparently with Mario Barrios about a potential fight up at 140, and it all kind of stemmed from there. Can you just kind of take me back to where this mini feud kind of began and your thoughts on it all as it's developed?
Right. So, all right. The whole story behind that is after, we all fought the same night. I fought on his undercard, right? So, and Barrios did also. So, after the fight, I was promised that I was going to fight Barrios for that belt, for the WBA regular title. I was going to fight for that belt, because my thing is I want to be a champion again. So, it was like, all right, you're going to fight for this belt at 140. Then, after the fight, we trying to, that's what they was telling me. This is the fight that's going to happen. You're going to fight Barrios. This is the fight that's going to happen. So in my mind, I'm fighting Barrios next, right? For that belt at 140. Then what I heard from what I heard, they said Barrios cannot make 140 no more. He's going up to 147. He's going to vacate that belt. He's going to go up to 147. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna fight Barrios, because he's going up to 147. And then all of a sudden, I see that Tank wants to fight him. Tank is gonna fight him for that belt at 140. So I commented and I was like, that's kind of fucked up. That's some bitch ass shit. Because Barrios said that he's going to 47. He cannot make 140. Barrios is very tall. He's tall and skinny, he's long. So they were saying, Barrios cannot make the weight. It's absolutely, he's just too big. He can't make the weight. But now all of a sudden he's gonna fight Gervonta Davis. So I didn't say nothing about Gervonta Davis. I just said about, I said about Barrios. I was just like, that's some bitch ass shit, that he did. And then people took it and ran. People put a picture of me and Gervonta who will win and all that stuff. And then he commented, he said, ow, this bum ass dude or whatever. He was like, fuck this bum ass dude up. And of course, you can't tell me nothing. I'm not gonna reply. And I start going off on him and I start, saying all kinds of shit. So that's kind of how that beef kind of kicked off. But I think it kind of died down now, so we'll see.
I mean, you say you think it's died down, Regis. I'd probably beg to differ because it certainly still seems to be gaining some traction because it's a fight which it's interested a lot of people if it could ever happen between yourself and Tank. In your eyes, if that fight could...
I'll fuck Tank up, bro. Tank is 5'4". I will fuck Tank up. And that power is not going to transfer, bro. I'm big and I'm strong. At 140, I'm big and strong. He's a 30 pounder, 35 pounder. They make weight classes for a reason, bro. Like that power is not going to, he fought his last fight. He had a knockout of the year. He was getting touched a lot, but he did knock out Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is a little guy. Santa Cruz is 26 pounder, normally 26, 30 pounder. He's not going to come to, and then he barely knocked out somebody with a damn broken ankle, Achilles. Gamboa didn't even have a foot in the fight. He had 1 foot in the whole fight. He knocked him on the 12th round, so, and that's very, very little guys, bro. Like at 140, I'm too big and I'm too strong. I can take a fucking punch. Everybody know, like, my punch resistance is very, very high. And then at the same time, I punch super hard. Like, I know I fuck up everybody I ever fought, I fucked up. Even the loss on my record, I fucked up Josh Taylor. Everybody saw his face, right? So if they put me in there with that little bitty boy, I'm gonna son him. Just tell straight up, I will fuck Tank up, bro. He's too little, bro. Like they make weight class for a reason. But I'm saying all this, and Floyd and LB, and they not gonna let Tank nowhere close to me. I already know that, So for me, it's just like I'm saying all that, bro. But it's no point because they're not gonna let him close to me. They know I'm too much of a fucking threat.
How big of a fight do you think it would be if it, just say hypothetically, a fight was made between yourself and Tank? How big do you think it would be?
I think it'll be a huge fight. I think it'll be a huge fight, bro. Like I think these dudes, I think me as the opponent for a lot of these name fighters is always a big fight. You talk about the Braun, or you talk about the Tank, talk about Robert Easter. I'm a big name for them because who else they gonna fight? They people want to see them against somebody, and then they want to see them against somebody that with attitude, with a personality that's gonna say shit to him, because Braun, he talks a lot of shit. He goes in there, but he talks a lot of shit to people that don't say nothing back to him. Tank, he always got Floyd talking for him and stuff, but he says things, and they going in there against people that's not gonna say nothing. They going against quiet people that's not gonna say nothing to him and don't have no personality and that swag with them. And they know, like me, I got that. So that's why everybody think it'll be huge fights between, that's why people keep saying that shit about they think that it'll be a big fight with me and whoever.
What have you made of any of Tank's comments when he's as confident as what you are? You're both saying you'll be able to stop each other. And in Tank's case, when he says stuff like that about you, what do you make of his comments?
I don't make nothing out of him, bro. I think it's all talk, it's all talk, bro. Tank is like, he has he got like that 6'9", 50 Cent type of thing. The what the fuck you call it? I'm words slipping my mind and shit like that. But that's just what he do. They just comment and they comment on the internet and stuff because they know that stuff is not gonna happen, right? They know Tank knows that fight will probably never happen. So of course he's gonna say what he gonna say all kinds of shit. That's just kind of what people, what people do. I already said an analogy. I said it a bunch of times, but I guess I said to it's just like, I don't know if you ever had like a little small dog, right? Like a little bitty small, like a Chihuahua or something like that, small dog, right? So if you put a Chihuahua by the window and it's gonna bark and bark and bark and bark at other dogs, the big dog, it could be a big dog or a big Rottweiler on the other side that glass, but they're gonna bark and bark and bark. But if you open that fucking door, that Chihuahua probably gonna run back inside, right? And that's the same thing that's going on with that. They know they're not going to open that door. They know that of course they're going to bark. They're going to say what they want because the owner is not, you can figure out who the owner is if you want, but the owner is not going to open that glass door because he knows he's not going to let that fucking Rottweiler get to that Chihuahua. So that's how I feel about it.
Regis, you said earlier that you think that Tank would be too small at 140. In your opinion, then, where do you think his ceiling is with regards to weight?
I don't think he's too small I think he's going to beat Barrios, to be honest. I'm not going to say he's too small for 140. I think he's going to beat Barrios. If he comes messing with me, I think he can't beat me. He can't beat Ramirez. He can't beat Josh Taylor. I don't think he can beat like a Zapata. I don't think it's a lot of dudes he can beat at 140, but I think he's going to beat Barrios. Barrios isn't too much. That's just kind of what my personal opinion about it. I don't think Barrios is too much. That's why Tank is fighting Barrios at 140 because he looking at it like it's an easy belt, and I think I think Tank is gonna beat Barrios.
Now, there's a lot of excitement at that 135 division. Are there any of those fighters in your eyes, Regis, that you'd like to step into the ring with if they were to move up? Anybody you think could make that move up to 140 and give you a tough fight?
A tough fight? No. A tough fight? I don't think none of them will step up and give me a tough fight. I think they're smaller dudes or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. I think the 35 division is a hot division right now. Very hot division. For me, the man at 35 right now is Teofimo Lopez. He beat the man, and I think he's the best at 135 right now. And Devin Haney might be coming in second. So it's a very hot division right now. So. But I think if they step up to 140, it's a different division. I think not the only person, but I think the one that might have the most success at 140 is Devin Haney, and I say that because of his skills. He doesn't get hit and stuff like that. But Teofimo, it's a different style, So Teofimo, like I said, I think he's the man at 35, but I think his size wise, I don't know. I don't know if he can go in there at 140. No, not sure. Of course, it's just my personal opinion, So, we'll see. But, I'm open to any one of them at 140. If they want to come to 140, I'm open to any one of them. But I would like to see them fight each other. Of course, the fans don't get what they want in boxing. We all know that, So I would definitely like to see them fight each other and prove who really is the man at 135. But in my opinion, it's still female.
Now, Regis, I just want 2 final messages from you before I let you leave to enjoy the rest of your day and obviously get ready for another training session. Firstly, if Tank was to come across this video and to watch it, have you got a message for him?
He already saw it, bro. I just said everything. Tank not gonna fight me. I didn't say everything already. If Tank, if he run across this video, bro, I didn't said all kinds of shit already. I've been doing interviews this whole week for that. Like Tank, if you want to fight me, come. If you want to test the waters at 140 with somebody that fucking hit hard as a motherfucking that fuck people up, come step to me if you want.
And then finally, Regis, just a message to all of your fans, your followers, and everybody who will tune in to watch you on April 17th and continue to follow your journey.
Just tune in April 17th on Triller, live on Triller, bro. Tune in, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my thing, and it's gonna be a good night, and I'm gonna go and my goal is to have a spectacular night. That's the main thing, have a spectacular night. I'm not gonna say how I'm gonna win, I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but I say I'm training my ass off to have a spectacular night, and yeah, that's it.
Regis, best of luck on April 17th. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
No problem, brother. Have a good one, bro.